Hello, Carly here, pet industry online marketing coach. So today I just want to share with you 9 Facebook page metrics that every pet business owner should be tracking right now. Because when we actually track what's happening on our Facebook page, then we are able to analyze those results and optimize our strategy to get the best possible results, right? It means that we're allowed to see what kind of content is performing and then shape our content strategy so that all of that lovely content is going to resonate with our audience in the best way possible. So it's so important to keep track of these data points, these metrics. So there are different options to actually track your Facebook page metrics. So Facebook has introduced Facebook Business Suite, where it's got its whole insights area. Creator Studio as well has insights within that. You've also got page insights on your actual Facebook page itself. So if you go onto your Facebook page, you look on the left-hand side on that little menu bar down there, you will see insights. And if you click on that, you can get kind of an all-in-one place for all of this lovely data. So the first one you should be tracking is reach. And if you go to posts within Facebook page insights, you will then see the reach for each of your individual posts. So that's the first one you want to be looking at, because you want to be seeing, how far are your posts actually reaching your audience, right? So how much reach are you getting for all of those individual posts? Because reach obviously is way down right now for businesses. We're getting around just a little over 2% of our audience is actually reaching, actually seeing our posts, which is not great. It can be a little bit disappointing. So it's a good idea to keep track of this, because we can see how many people are actually seeing our posts, if they're actually liking those, because that actually determines what our reach is. Because when people start engaging on our posts, we can expand our reach that way as well. So do take note of that, because it can really help you understand what kind of content is resonating with your audience. So can other metrics too. So obviously engagement as well. This is number 2. So number 2 is engagement. This is the other metric that you want to track. And again, when you go into page insights under posts, you will find your metrics for engagement within there. So do keep an eye on those. The next one is impressions. Now this is similar to reach in the way that it's tracking your visibility, so the visibility of your posts, but this is looking at, the number of people that have actually, the number of people that have actually seen your post, but this could be twice, the number of times that person has actually seen that post. So it's generally around the same. It can never be lower than reach, but it can often be more than reach. So those people that post has reached, they may have seen it a couple of times or more times than that. So that's what that is tracking. So it's a good idea to track that, because you can see the virality of your post. So we really do want people to be seeing our posts again and again, because this is how you kind of get conversions as well. Because when people see that same post over and over again, they are more likely to actually take action on that post and potentially convert into a customer. So we want those impressions to be high. The fourth one is Facebook referral traffic. So you want to be looking at how many people are actually clicking on those posts. So say that you put links within your posts. How many people are clicking on that and heading to your website? So we need to get a good idea of, if you're sharing links with people, if you're saying, come and book in for a discovery call, or you're sharing, product pages. Maybe you have an online pet store and you're sharing product pages with people to go and buy your products. We want to know if people are actually clicking off Facebook and heading to those pages on your website. So do check that, and you check that within Google Analytics itself. So head into your Google Analytics, go into acquisition, then go into social, then go into referral networks, and this will show you all of your social networks, and then just pay attention to your Facebook numbers there. So do dig into those numbers. It's really important to know who's clicking off Facebook and coming to your website. And then page views is essentially You want to be tracking the number of people that are coming from your website to Facebook. So it's all connected, right? So your online ecosystem, it should all be connected. So we want to make sure that we understand, are there people that are visiting our website and then thinking, oh, I like these guys, let's go and check out their Facebook page. So you can track page views. In Page Insights again, there is a little tab on the left for page views where you can see a little graph of the number of people that have clicked from your website to your Facebook page. Number 6 is likes and followers. So obviously normally people say this is a vanity metric, and that's kind of partly true, but we also want to get a good idea of whether, you know, your Facebook page likes and followers are growing steadily over a period of time. Because if they are going down or they're stagnating, then there's a clear problem with your Facebook marketing strategy there that you need to look at. So it's always a good idea to get this overview of kind of the health of your Facebook page by just looking at, are those likes and followers going nice and up, or are they coming down, or are they just staying the same? So do pay attention to those as well. You can also pay attention to number 7 is when your fans are online. So look at within Page Insights, if you go to the Posts tab again, at the top of that page, you will see a little graph that says when your fans are actually online. So you can get a good idea of, you know, where it kind of peaks on the graph. That is when you should actually be posting to your Facebook page, because that is when most of your audience is actually scrolling online, they're interacting on Facebook. So we want to make sure that we're getting in front of as many people as possible, and we do that by posting at the times that they're actually there. So pay attention to that one as well, and do look at that if you haven't done that already. There's a couple of other ones. These are kind of bonus metrics depending on what you kind of use, because you might be using lots of video on your Facebook page and you might be using stories, and not everyone does this. So it's obviously a good idea to use videos and stories, but if you don't use them at the moment, then you won't have any of those metrics to actually analyze. So video engagement and retention, there's a whole videos tab in Page Insights to go and check out how well those videos are performing. You can actually look at things like, you know, the retention. So when people are actually dropping off on your videos, the amount of engagement that you're actually getting, the views that you're getting on those individual videos as well. Do pay attention to those stats, because people are dropping off kind of quite quickly in your videos and you've got maybe like a 10-minute video, it might be a good indicator that you need to shorten those videos a little bit. So pay attention to this stuff. It really does help. And then Story Insights, again, there's a whole stories tab where you can see kind of the opens and the engagement on your stories as well. So do dig into those. So Page Insights is just a brilliant place for you to go and have a little look around and explore and see how your page is performing on a weekly basis. If you can't do it weekly, every 2 weeks or every month at the least. So do have a look at that, because we need to understand what's going on, how people are interacting and behaving on your Facebook page. So I hope you found that useful. Let me know in the comments if you found that useful. I'd be really interested to know.